Ladies and gents, welcome back. This is a special stream, an interesting one, to say the least. I'm in a new location and with a much worse camera than usual, but glad to at least be able to catch up with all of you tonight, as I normally do on Fridays. And this is the Friday night live stream that I look forward to this every single week. You guys are amazing that you all tune in every week in just amazing numbers. So tonight is a special stream, and the reason why is because, well, I'm not in my studio. You can see that now. I have a completely different setup tonight. It's a mobile gig, and wow, running late to make it all happen, thanks to the good old Calgary traffic, to say the least. But I have a special guest tonight, and well, that's our good friend of the channel, Derek Smith.
Hey everybody! No, I'm not here to be a guest. I just signed your bail. That's all we're here for.
Yeah, that's it.
We're getting you the maid service tomorrow.
Maid. I thought it was a maid service, not maid.
Maid.
I didn't know you were signing me up for maid.
Mad. It's mad.
I think it should be called mad. I don't
should.
know why they call it that. I need to get off that so I don't see lines on the screen. Okay, so everybody, this is an interesting thing. I don't have the sorry about that. I didn't have enough time to set up the comments so that they'll be on the screen. But you guys know where the comment section is. I can see it here. We're in Derek Smith's cave, would you call it?
Sure. We can call it that.
This is the cave.
The home arcade?
This is the arcade, and I'm pretty excited. We haven't had any time to play any of these amazing games.
Oh, just you wait.
If you look over my shoulder here, there's all kinds of arcade games, and it's amazing. A bit too much bass, Clyde. Is there too much bass? Let me fix that, because this is something I'm still working on here. Let me just fix that there. It should be a little better now, if that works out. Let me know in the comments. Anyway, but yes, I'm in Calgary. I flew in earlier today, and well, we decided to do the usual Friday night live stream. What's happening tomorrow, Derek? What's the event that we're going to?
As far as I know, I think it's called March for Freedom, taking place in Red Deer, Alberta. Good old Cowtown, outside Cowtown. I guess the small Cowtown.
Okay. The small, there's gonna be some cowboys there.
It's gonna be apparently about 5 miles worth of horses walking down.
5 miles worth of horses.
Walking down Highway number 2, all in the good name of freedom. And we're gonna have some special folks with us tomorrow. That one of them might be joining us a little bit later, but we'll keep that on the down low.
That's okay. Okay, it's a secret.
It's a secret, I guess.
It's a secret.
I've been told it's a secret.
I've got us backwards.
It's a secret
when
to
I'm
everybody.
looking at you, it looks like I'm looking at the other side.
Right?
Yeah, I did actually shuffle these the wrong way, so I'm just I'm gonna move them around here for everyone who doesn't know how this stuff works on the back end. You're gonna get to see a little bit of this.
Now people are saying they can hardly hear me. Is that true?
They can hardly hear you. Okay, well, turn you up. Wait, which one are you?
Come down, selector.
Number 2, yeah, number 2.
All right, cool.
So give you get it.
I'm used to being number 2.
A little bit closer to your
give you
your
the Joe
face.
Rogan experience.
Yeah, so you can see it right there.
I can see it right there. We're good.
Anyway, chat, welcome. Good to see you. And I'm messing around with all of this because it all happened way too late. So I'm going to be moving some stuff over here and moving Derek over there.
This is always the way it goes.
It is, because when things are running late, And I'm just going to put this down. Derek, take the wheel.
I love Rob says lots of horses in Deerfoot. There's horses. Have you not heard about Calgary? We got horses everywhere, 7 days a week. They're always moving around here. We don't. We do horses in the summer and polar bears in the winter. It's kind of an ongoing Canadian tradition. Should be fun. Should be a fun time. I'm looking forward to it.
Awesome.
I think it'll be great.
Awesome. I like it. Okay, so I think we're a little bit more back on. Back on the page. So what I didn't want to do was have Friday go by without the usual live stream.
Hell hell no.
Like I honestly, I really love that you guys all put this time aside every week in order to have these chats, the long chats, talking about all the stuff that's going on. And normally I have a lot set up for you for these things, and normally I'm having my soda water. This time I'm taking the risk and having the wobbly pops as we go.
It says here your lens is a little blurry. Do you want me to move this light and maybe that'll fix it a little bit?
I may have to. So this is the thing. No, that's just making you super bright. No, I'll fix it. Don't worry, Derek.
Is that better?
No, I can muck with it over here. So yeah, there's all kinds of things that go wrong when you're rushed and you have to get on the go. Zoom.
I always love these cameras because I bought one of these years ago and they kept saying, "Oh, it's full high def, full 1080p." Does this look like full 1080p to anybody? It looks.
Now it just
that looks a little bit better.
It just got darker.
You just, hey, there's nothing wrong with being darker, Clyde.
Okay.
Let's be diverse on this stream.
Oh, okay. You're going there.
Yeah,
you're going there.
Let's
okay.
go there. Let's be
I got my
darker.
wobbly pop with you, Clyde. Says Canada RV, but I'm probably way ahead of you.
There, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
we're catching up.
We only just got to it. You might want to center yourself there, Derek.
Oh, for Christ's sake. Jesus.
Yeah, sorry.
You know,
stay on top of these things.
I'm hanging out with Spielberg. Apparently, we gotta.
So I put a lot of production into what it is that I do, and it may seem like I'm pretty lazy about
fine.
it, but
it's good.
You got to witness this. Like
Yeah.
this is my mobile setup.
This puts me to shame.
It's a little ridiculous for what it is that I'm doing. This show will be awesome.
Oh my God, this show's gonna be awesome.
So there's actually somebody that's going to be coming in, a little bit of a special guest happening in about a half an hour or so.
Sure.
Yeah.
Maybe if we're lucky.
That's possible. So you guys can definitely look forward to that. But as for this week and all the things that are going down, this was an impromptu trip. I planned this last minute?
Last month.
Last month.
Yeah, about halfway through January.
Right.
Yeah.
And I didn't let a lot of people know, and I gave teasers out there letting people know if you're going to be in the Red Deer area on the 4th, there's a thing going on, and I'll be there. So if there's anybody that's actually in the area and wants to meet up, I'm super eager to meet all of you people. There's so many people that are so awesome in the community. We got G Meister with the $5 super chat saying, hit the damn like button. C-21 amendment repealed. Well, it hasn't been repealed, so don't jump the gun on that one.
Colette, ordering your new book tonight.
Well, so
have you ordered the new book yet?
Okay, you want to go right into promos?
Kidding. I don't want. No. Let's. I was being sarcastic.
Okay, fair enough.
Let's leave that for the end.
Well, no, we don't have to wait for the end. I was going to get into that.
We'll get into it later.
Okay, so where was I?
Sorry,
I had a segue.
You're talking about C-21.
Okay, yes. So again, thanks for the super chat. But Bill C-21 has not been repealed. What was actually pulled back was the amendment that was added to it. So the original Bill C-21 is still moving forward.
Yeah, they're just taking out, what is it?
Well, the amendment that was like...
It was like 30 of the guns or something are being taken out or something from what I understood?
No. The actual amendment is being taken out. The one
that was going to hurt the hunters.
That's correct,
okay.
Yeah. So, well, this bill still hurts gun owners. Like, it's still going to be putting a freeze on handgun sales in Canada, which is bad. We don't want this.
It's going to fix crime, though, Clyde. You know, every crime that happens in this country is because of licensed gun owners.
Beer's already working, says Jackie.
I guarantee you, none of those guns the police seize every year are illegal by any means or unlicensed or brought over the border illegally with fentanyl. I can guarantee you. So
today and this morning, I had Rod Geltaka on, and he's the lead and the representative and the PR guy for the CCFR.
Yes.
And man, that guy is well spoken. He knows the laws. He knows what's going on. He knows the political side of things.
Yep.
And what he told me was, well, they had this amendment. So Bill C-21 was originally, another bill, and it came back, and the Liberals keep bringing it back because, Rod, awesome guy, exactly.
Yep.
Rod is the man. So this bill has been in the works for a long time, and it's the usual anti-gun people trying to push this, and I saw that really, really, really good and enlightening. Thank you, Jackie. Yeah, I'm going to have Rod on again. Actually, after I get back from my Japan trip, I was talking to him. I'm going to bring him on for a long podcast.
Nice.
So we'll have
good quality.
A nice 2-3 hour conversation. There's so much to get into.
Yep.
But the philosophy of gun ownership and safety and all that stuff. I put out on Twitter today. I'm not going to pull it up. But I said abstinence only education doesn't work. We should all be teaching our kids about firearm safety. And I honestly believe this. It's something. Well, we can get into that. Anyway, the Bill C-21, it was 40-something pages. It was a very small bill, and it had everything to do with freezing the sale of handguns in Canada.
Right.
At the end of the day, nobody would be able to transfer handguns to loved ones after they pass. They wouldn't be able to transfer handguns, period. So terrible for civil liberties, terrible for property rights in Canada, and this bill is still going forward. They're still going forward with that. But what they wanted to do, and this is how it's just slimy. Honestly, they're so greasy. What they did was they introduced an amendment after it had already been through, first reading, second reading.
Yep.
And they get to this amendment, and this amendment was over 200 pages.
Right.
The bill's 40-something pages.
Yes.
The amendment to the bill, after they already debated it, is over 200. The most slimy thing. And, of course...
Does it surprise you?
No. Well, that's kind of surprising.
Where we're at in politics, does it surprise you?
Honestly, yes, it does surprise me. That does surprise me. The gall.
Look, 5 years ago, I would have been shocked, but we're talking about 7 years of Trudeau. Nothing shocks me anymore. I'm not shocked. When I see these things, they're bad, right? They make you say, what the hell's going on? But I'm just not shocked. It's almost expected now.
I wish my wife was as muddy as this wife, says Rob. Sorry, I set it up last minute, and hopefully it comes through okay. What's that?
I said it was a quick job.
Yeah.
Speedy.
We literally had 15 minutes to set up.
If that.
That's all we had.
Yep.
And we got the whole table set up. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Anyway, sorry about the audio. We'll try to make sure it's better in the future.
Mm-hmm.
We're working about this. The Roman saying, "Stop complaining." Oh, it's all good. Okay, thank you, Jane.
Just stop it.
But realistically, okay, I can get this out of here because I don't need that up, so we can see. Wow. Okay. Wow. All right. Good amount of people in the chat tonight. Stoked. You always got to make this page so long just to see how many. Because we got 449 people in the chat, and we got 170.
Wow. Hey.
Likes. We got to get those ratios.
We got to get those
up.
lights up. We need at least 300.
You got to get what? I don't know.
At least 300. 449, it's got to be at least 2 to 1.
Just to let you guys know. So this is the live show, and for those that are just tuning in for the first time, maybe you just found the channel recently, every Friday we do a live show. Every Monday through Friday, I do shows early in the morning. I do 8 to 15 minute videos, roughly. That's the extent of it.
Right.
And I put these together, and the Friday night shows are it's a gift back to the community because you guys treat me so well. You watch the videos, you share them on social media, and it's a big thank you, and I want to spend some time with you guys. And I really like that. And what I always try to encourage people is the way the algorithm on YouTube works. I figured this out, is that, excuse me, the wobbly pop's already kicking in.
Is it already hitting you? We do it different in Alberta. I don't think you're used to real beer.
What, you drink Japanese beer in Alberta?
We import it secretly from a special part of Japan. So you still get that label, but you don't get it the way we get it.
Okay, fair enough.
Everything's better in Alberta, Clyde. Haven't you heard?
That's what I keep hearing, and this is my first time to actually spend time. I've done a layover at Calgary before once.
There you go.
And I was here for an hour.
I think you had a layover in the car on the way here.
Well, I had a nap because you got us stuck in traffic. That's what I did.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. So what the way the algorithm works is if you like something, it takes basically your profile that you have on YouTube, and it tells the algorithm to anybody that watches and likes certain things similar to you, it shares it out there with them as well. So hitting that like button, it sounds like nothing, or it sounds like a clout chasing thing. No, it actually helps the channel a whole lot by recommending the channel to other people that may have not actually heard of the channel. And with Bill C-11 passing today, this is going to be, I'm just going to, you can text yourself away and do that. But yeah, with all of that, it's definitely a big help to the channel, and appreciate every one of you for doing that. Got G Meister again with the $5 super chat. Shout out to Annabelle Purcell. Hit the damn like button. Yeah, big shout out to Annabelle and her courage for just coming forward with it. And talking about
great interview.
Well, I mean, I try not to make them interviews. I really just want to let people have a chance to tell their story and express what it is that they want to get out to the world. With Annabelle, she's going to Ottawa, and she's talking about like sitting out on the street on the steps of Parliament in the freezing cold until they table that bill again, until they move forward with it.
Right.
Canada RV with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. No comment, but throw a comment in there. I'll try to get to it right away. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Are you getting texts from our special guest?
Not at all.
Oh, okay.
Not at all.
Not at all. Whoa! Okay.
I just
get out of here. Come on.
I was sexting somebody, and I just happened to throw money your way.
Okay. Since I'm getting made tomorrow, I won't need my money. Enjoy.
There you go.
Cheers, my friend.
There you go. Enjoy that. I'll pay for your checked bag.
If people are watching this after the fact, they do a live replay of the chat. So I don't have the chat rolling in this video today. I didn't have time to set it up. But yeah, Derek in there. It's 69 super chat.
Oh, that's awesome.
Oh yeah, that's awesome. That's insane. Anyway, yeah, I really appreciate the community here. We've got the best community on the internet, and Annabelle's. I don't know what the numbers are up to. I don't know if I have the link handy right now for her Give, Send, Go. Joe, if you can, share that link in the chat again.
Yo, Joe.
For Annabelle's Give, Send, Go, and see where it's at now currently. She's hoping to raise $2,000 to take care of herself. That sounds like a low ball. I'm not kidding.
Colette loves the booth. What's
the booth?
You hang out in a booth with people too, or what?
I'm hanging out.
Do we have a booth on this channel?
Is there a booth?
Is there a booth?
I'm actually talking about building a booth in my studio.
Yeah?
In my home studio.
Little secret booth?
I want to have a booth so that when I do podcasts, if somebody actually wants to come into the studio,
they just hang out in the booth.
Yeah, like almost like a diner booth.
Oh, okay.
You know the corner where I had the green screen?
So like kind of like
Derek's been to my place.
Like a breakfast nook you're talking?
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Yeah. Okay, that works.
Yeah, I think it'd be a lot of fun, actually.
You got to have the Seinfeld conversations, though. You have to sit down at the table and... She had man hands.
Okay. I can do that. I definitely
You have to do it in that style.
I definitely could do that. But yes, Bill C-21 is still on the table. The amendment, which was ridiculous. And again, going over this amendment...
Yep.
The way they brought it forward at the end of the at the end, right before it was supposed to go to the Senate. Seinfeld. It's so funny. Jesse Waters was wondering if blackface sent the spy balloon. I don't know much about the spy balloon. I've been on the road, so you might have to fill me in on what was going on with that, or we'll look it up. But yeah, so the Bill C-21 amendment it basically they went in with this small bill. It was going to freeze handgun sales because at least so in Canada they've demonized handguns. It's weird because in America they did it the other way around. In America, they won't go after handguns ever,
right?
Because they look at it like this is my fundamental way to protect myself.
It's the Fourth Amendment.
It's the Second Amendment.
Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Fourth Amendment's freedom of speech. I think.
It's the First Amendment.
Is it, well, whatever. Okay, fuck. Sorry, I dropped it. I shouldn't have. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know my.
We'll move fast.
Yeah.
We'll move fast.
What's the Fourth Amendment?
What is the Fourth Amendment? The Fourth Amendment was
because people talk about the Fourth Amendment all the time. Come on, Clyde.
I got a constitutional scholar in the chat somewhere. I believe Fifth Amendment is you don't have to incriminate yourself. Fourth
Maybe
Amendment.
That's what I'm thinking of. Is I want to plead the Fifth.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's the
what I'm
Fifth
thinking of.
Amendment.
Okay, never mind.
Bodily search. Is that search and seizure?
Search and seizure?
Searching for Caesar.
Searching for seizures?
I do that on like a hangover Sunday morning.
Yeah, okay. I think I was thinking of pleading the Fifth. I think that's what I was thinking of. But okay.
Yeah.
I'm so distracting. You shouldn't have me on your show ever again.
Well, we could arrange that. But no. Thank you for having me in your man cave.
You're just saying that because I gave you that.
I get the good view too. Did you notice that? I got the good view of the man cave. You got the stairs.
I got the stairs.
Stairmaster here. Kevin Watson. And sorry in the past for calling you Kevin Wilson. I had a friend named Kevin Wilson, and also there's Kevin Bloody Wilson from Australia. Yeah. So every time, and I'm dyslexic, and then I try to quick read, and then I read other things that don't exist.
You're just dyslexic.
Like that.
It's okay.
Yeah, I don't read things backwards.
D's for dyslexia.
That is for something. So Kevin Watson with a $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Happy Friday, boys. Hey, Clyde, it's Watson. I got that now. Don't say Wilson tonight. I'm the Leo, which I found out is law enforcement officer.
Nice.
That loves your honest info you share. And I try to be as honest as possible. And sometimes I'll find myself with unpopular opinions, I guess.
In law enforcement?
No. It just by trying to be true to my principles.
Oh, yeah. Well, welcome to the club.
Well, it happens. It happens. But, I try to stick to it. But I like having conversations because I'm happy to be proven wrong. I like the fact that we can have these discussions. If we were on the left, I think that would be a completely different story. It's conform or GTFO, right?
Dude, if we were on the left, we'd be twerking by now.
Where's this conversation going?
No, listen. I agree. I think one of the best things about fundamental rights that people forget is the right to have a conversation and agree to disagree and be able to speak your mind while not offending people. And I think that's detrimental to our society. And a lot of people have forgotten that over the last, 10 years, I'd say, 15 years. It almost seems to get worse every year.
It is getting worse. And, well, I mean, there's different reasons why people think Jordan Peterson thinks it has to do with anonymity. I think that's a part of it. I don't
agree.
think that's a whole part of it, though. Murderat, I don't know how to say that, asked me, what's the most often part you fix on a car or truck?
Brakes.
Well, I think the most often thing we fix is done by the service writer. It fixes their crying eyes at the front desk. You were a service writer.
I was a service writer.
Yeah, holy cow. But no, every fix is different. Everything's different.
Yeah.
The most common thing you would say would be an oil change because that's just but that's not a fix.
Calipers and rotors were ours when I was in the field.
Yeah, okay, that's fair. Brakes.
Yeah.
Brakes.
Well, because people would come in for their services, but we'd always be like, "Oh, you need to get your calipers or your rotors machined," and then we'd be like, "Oh, we can't machine them. You're gonna have to get new rotors." And
well, it's not economical these days to machine
That's
rotors.
right.
Yeah, it just isn't.
But we didn't tell them that until we wasted an hour of their time, and then we'd tell them so that it looked more dramatic.
See, yeah, I don't do that. Yeah.
I don't like it, but that's the way our service manager.
That's why I don't work at a dealership. I know there's tactics. It's terrible.
It's part of working at a luxury dealer.
So I had a friend. He worked at a lube shop. One of those. They only do lubes. But then
I've heard of those places.
Yeah, and then they do other things.
Come on, I'm just kidding.
So the lube shops that
I'll be here all week,
I've seen
folks.
my reaction again there, but no, those lube shops that all they do is change your oil, and then
Yes.
they always recommend you something else.
Yep.
So a friend of mine, he told me he worked at one of these places, and they actually had a training video or a way of getting people to upsell.
Yep.
And they're like, what you do is you go check the oil and then check a few things and then hold your clipboard
Mm-hmm.
and then look down at it so the customer can see you. So the customer sees you.
Yep.
And look at it and shake your head.
Shake your head in disbelief.
Yeah.
I can't believe you
actually-
got this thing here.
They actually tell people to do that. It's such crookery, and
Yeah.
I hate it. I
I don't
hate it.
like
I
it.
won't work at a place that does that stuff. I believe in ethical repairs.
You know, it's funny. I used to work at a Mazda dealership that some people call it Mazda. I call it Mazda.
Mazda. Yeah, I say
Our
Mazda.
service manager was the best because he used to say the same philosophy. He's like, I could take somebody for $3,000, but they'll never come back. He says, if I'm honest, they'll come back for years and we'll get
Yeah,
their
you want
business.
clientele.
And I
you want
agree with it.
people.
I
You don't wanna
think it was the
rip
best. But
people off.
when you work at a luxury dealer, it's all about gains and money. That's it.
Yeah, it's not
Bottom
good.
dollar.
Not cool. Okay,
Bottom line.
so we have a super chat from Tammy Jubinville for $10. Viva had a great interview with Konstantin Kisin. Really, I haven't seen that yet.
Wow.
I'm really impressed with some of the things he's been saying lately. It was intense. He had totally different view of the Russia-Ukraine thing. I would like to see KK on your show. So I disagree a lot with Konstantin's view on Russia-Ukraine.
Yep.
Again, myself, so I come from a camp of people that are more non-interventionist.
Right.
There's you have allies and you have that stuff. If there is wars to fight, you get in,
Yep.
you fight them, and you win them. Because here's the deal: people are risking, they're putting their life on the line. That's the ultimate sacrifice. You don't do that for political reasons. You don't do that for, you declare war, get in, get out,
Yep.
end it,
Yep.
and try to mitigate lives. But that's only if it comes to that. The diplomacy should be a first option. And of course, there's going to be people on both sides saying, "Well, they're not they're not being diplomatic, and they're not being diplomatic." At the end of the day, we're not at war with Russia.
Yeah.
I don't think we're at war with Russia. We haven't declared war with Russia.
Well, some people tell you differently, but
Well, they'll tell you differently. Yeah, absolutely. So for those that think we're at war with Russia, I'd say lobby the government to declare war.
yeah. And Roman just hit it on that big money in war, and I think that's the thing that drives it.
Well, there's big
Right.
money in proxy wars.
Yes. Well, and that's what's going on right now,
Yeah.
I think.
And I disagree with it. I think there's a lot of crookery going on, and I understand people have a vested interest in particular countries because of their background and their history, and I empathize with that. But I don't support wars.
I don't either.
won't.
But if you look at Zelensky, though, I mean, he got an Oscar. So, right? So, I mean, it could...
I'm not even getting.
Look,
I'm not even
no,
going
I don't want to
down
get
that
into it, but the thing is that isn't it like the most perfect thing that he could have been given for the situation that goes against him out of the whole thing? Like somebody could have given him...
It is a kind of a
check
cell
or-
phone or whatever.
Yeah, somebody could have been like, here's a prestigious award I got that I'm going to give you, or a Purple Heart kind of award I'm passing on or something. No, I'm going to give you an Oscar, and it's like, how fitting for this gentleman.
Wow.
At least that's the way I see it. But we're not going to get into that. I'm just saying I just thought it was funny. Out of all things, it's an Oscar.
Well, he went from playing the piano with his member to playing the part of a war leader.
He should come to Canada and play Queen with Justin Trudeau. Wouldn't that be a great duet?
I don't want to hear it.
That'd be hilarious.
I don't want to go anywhere near that.
Come on.
It makes me feel nauseous.
He works from home and makes $10 billion a day. Ask him how.
I saw Joe. Was that a real picture? Joe grabbing his butt?
I don't know. These days when I say I'm not shocked by things, I don't put anything past it. So I'm going to say I don't know. Come on, man. Let me grab your bum.
I don't know. I Photoshop, people who do really good Photoshops,
Yeah.
but I don't know.
When the whole story was going around about Biden pooping his pants, I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. And then you started to see the videos and going, okay, never mind. I think he did.
So here's the thing. I think there are a lot better things to throw our Canadian tax dollars at than a war in anywhere.
Anywhere at all.
we managed to stay out of a lot of the photoshopped but hilarious. Okay, thanks, Joe. Joe's my man.
Photoshop but hilarious.
Joe get us the facts right.
Oh, okay.
And I like laughing at the jokes and the memes and stuff, but yeah, we want to stick to what's true actually out there.
No false information here, folks.
But honestly, like it isn't like, I hate to be conspiratorial, but like, isn't it absolutely amazing that they had a decades long war in Afghanistan, and then they're like, oh, we're just gonna pull out, and then the war in Ukraine just happens.
Well,
right after.
again, it's money. Right, you got to keep that money train going. You got to keep people's. To me, it's no different. It's no different to me than when you look at like a municipality, where you have city workers who say we have to spend the budget or else we don't get the same budget next year. So when you end a war, if you're not fueling another one, then it's like, okay, we're not going to put those tax dollars over there anymore. Let's go start another war.
Yeah. It's all. I want to stick to Canadian news, to be honest.
Let's do it. Let's see. This is why you don't have me on your show.
Yeah, it's
bad for business.
I try not. I know that there's a huge conflict going on over there. I don't know that much about it. All I know is that it's a big laundry machine.
Ask the pleb; he'll educate you.
Oh yeah, the pleb will let me know.
He's very culturally enriched when it comes to the Ukraine.
He's been studying it for about a minute.
Absolutely, guy's my hero.
Come on.
Well,
you're dogging on the pleb.
I keep my heroes on a low pedestal. So.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding, pleb. If you're watching, I'm kidding.
But no, I like to stick with the things that I know more about, honestly. And well, what I do know is I'm not an interventionist, and I think so. My view on proxy wars, any kind of proxy war, is the same as being that guy at the bar that tries to get your friend in a fight with somebody else.
The antagonist.
Yeah, like you need to get punched out.
Yeah.
Like that's in my opinion, and I'm not advocating violence at all, but like I said, if people are going to war, they should that's it. Like if people want to fight at a bar, let them come to the decision on their own that's what they want to do.
Okay. Now, sticking to Canadian news, and I just saw something in the chat.
Oh, okay.
And tell me, it scrolled past. I can't. You'll have to go back.
Oh.
Right there. G-Water. Nice comments made by Tucker Carlson. What do you figure on that about the whole liberating Canada?
So I'm intrigued by the concept.
Yeah.
So countries have been liberated by the United States. Every time you're liberated, that's a debacle. But at the same time, he raises a really good point. It's heard Jeremy's given up drinking. Good on him. No way.
I'll drink for him.
So I gave up drinking on weekdays. I like to have a glass of red with the wife and maybe a couple extra beers or whatever. It's maybe too many and then have a hard time waking up.
Yeah.
Anyway, good on him. Good on him.
Good for him. Honestly, it's probably the best thing for him.
It's good to give anything that's habitual a break for a while anyway, just so you know you can.
Yeah.
I kind of
I went down to drinking only on the days that end in Y. So I'm ahead of the game here.
All right.
Yeah, see? Anyway,
but Tucker made the comment recently, and I think I don't know if I have it to pull up, but
you did a good video on it though.
I
just wanted to get your personal opinion since we're sitting together.
Okay, so for those that aren't familiar with the video, Tucker Carlson was interviewing somebody, and Tucker asked about Justin Trudeau. And then his guest said, "Oh, I thought you were going to ask me if he was the son of Fidel Castro." Yeah. And Tucker laughs and then says, "You could see him like actually pause for a second, and then come to the realization, I need to say this out loud. Why is it that as a nation, America is just sitting back and watching Canada turn into a dictatorship?"
Yes.
And he compared Canada to Cuba because that's what was being compared at the time.
Yes.
And a lot of detractors, whatever, started commenting saying, well, it's not like Cuba at all. Cuba has a unique set of history and all. Well, okay, compare it with what? Venezuela? We want to compare it with other places?
Honduras?
Yeah. There are other places that went full commie, and it's terrible, and it's slow process. It happens slowly, and then all at once. And we're kind of moving towards that tipping point, and I think he's right in bringing up the fact that Canada shares the largest land border with the United States, larger than the land border between Mexico. It's hardly guarded. It is it's their biggest trading partner.
Yep.
The through Canada, and for it to turn hostile would be a national security issue.
Right.
And right now, the Trudeau regime, you can call it that.
Yep.
Because it's not very democratic. Everybody's vying for an election, but we've got one man, Jagmeet Singh, standing in the way of the democratic process in Canada and getting that guy out. And it's clear that Canadians don't want him. Even people who want to vote for the Liberals and are even progressives and stuff are like, nah, bad for the brand, get him out. So, he's taking full advantage of the fact that he's been able to rule by dictate. He's been able to skirt ethics violations and just keep moving on.
Skate by everything.
Everything. Yep. And, what game are you guys having a duel tonight? We haven't decided that one yet. I'm dropping a 10 on the winner.
Hey, well, ladies' choice. What do you want?
Well, we're not playing during the stream.
Marvel
Capcom?
Sure. Mortal Kombat, you pick your game. Blitz?
I'm actually interested in playing the Terminator Judgment Day game.
Yeah, but we can't compete in that one.
No, I know. It's a co-op. I like co-op games.
Clyde likes making friends. He doesn't want to fight with me.
Right? Except Street Fighter. I'm going to kick your...
Oh, no. Come on. I'd like to see... You know who I want to play in Street Fighter is Melissa Lansman. When we sat in her office, she asked me about the arcades because she's seen some of my videos, and she just started going off on all this Street Fighter knowledge that it actually shut. Like, I literally left my body for a second. Like, this lady is the deputy to Pierre Polyev, and she knows everything there is about Street Fighter. Like, I'd like to see her hold her own in a game of Street Fighter. That would be awesome.
So you have Street Fighter 2 at home. I have the arcade controllers, and I have Street Fighter 5. Street Fighter 6 apparently has already been released.
Sure.
I don't know if it's already been released. It's on the way to.
I haven't played Street Fighter since Alpha.
You're missing out. 5's great. I think
really,
4,
I was told 5 dropped the ball.
4 was still my favorite.
Yeah, I didn't mind. I shouldn't say Alpha. I played 4 on the Xbox 360. I guess.
Alpha was 3.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Well, they had Alpha 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah.
But yes.
Well, Alpha. I'm thinking the Umehara Daigo moment.
Okay.
47.
Sure.
Sound like such a dork right now.
I didn't live in Japan. I don't know these things.
Chris B with the 279 super chat. Thank you so much, man. Leave a comment in there. You didn't leave a comment. So I love Street Fighter. I think it's great. I'm not great at Street Fighter, but I can hold my own. I'm pretty good.
Sure. We'll see about that.
I can't wait to. That's why he's going to get me drunk so he can win.
No, come on.
That's the whole method here. And speaking of which, where's that fridge?
Right behind you.
Okay, I'm going to go grab another one. I'll be right back.
Great. So I'll just destroy your stream, I guess, then,
yeah,
right?
Just destroy it.
Great. I'll just talk about all these offensive things that get you barred off of YouTube. What are some of the things you can't talk about on YouTube? It's the giant Xbox that's sitting on the shelf there. You open the front of it.
What?
Yeah, put your hand on the top and just pull it. There you go. There you go. There you go, you bastard.
That's special. I like that.
That was my Christmas gift to myself.
What did I do for my bottle opener? We went to do charity stuff before Christmas. We went, what is it, Black Friday? We went out and filled 5 shopping carts at Walmart, and I happened to see the Xbox fridge and just told the wife, okay, you know what, we're doing good deeds. I'm going to buy myself an Xbox fridge while we're at it, because I hadn't seen them. I saw them when they were on pre-order. And it is cool.
They were exclusive to Microsoft, and then I guess they filled Walmarts with them this year. So I said, no, I'm jumping on it because I missed the first release. So
no, we're not drunk already.
No, we're not drunk. Come on, I've only had half a boot.
A half a boot.
Although,
yeah.
I filled it up past the heel here with Jack. So I mean, one boot will probably get me started.
Yeah. So this is a very special stream. I guess.
Is that what you're calling me now? Special with a capital R? Or what?
Yeah.
Come on. I thought we were friends, Clyde.
With a capital R. I like that. You're special. That's for sure. But so it's funny because we were planning to have the stream at the normal time. I was flying in kind of late, but it was still 5:30 out here.
Well, 5:30.
5:30.
Stream starts 7:30.
7:30. But then we got stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
And
picking up suicide wings.
Yes. So we picked up suicide rings. Was there some challenge you were going to challenge me to?
Challenge you to? No, I was going to challenge your chat. I was going to. So we picked up. If you ever watch Hot Ones, is it called? Is that the wing channel?
Yeah, Hot Ones.
So
Hot Ones.
Because
by the way, I can't up the volume. I have it as loud as it gets.
So what I was going to say is that like I can't. You've seen me do suicide wings. I can't handle anything, right? Like I was lucky to get through one.
Good with spice.
So I was going to issue a challenge because I wanted to see. I wanted you to have. How many likes are you at right now?
Can you sharpen your chainsaw?
Give me a minute.
I like that.
What are we at? 456
good evening,
likes?
Chippies. Good to see you.
If we can break 500 likes, and
is that the challenge? 500 likes and then
no 500 likes, and if somebody outdoes my super chat,
I will
eat an entire order of the suicide wings.
You're gonna do it
full bore.
You're not gonna make me eat one.
We got 2 orders. So you can do what you want with yours. You can issue a challenge, but I'm saying that if you get a super chat that matches higher than mine, even by a penny, I will eat the entire order on camera, and everybody can watch me just lose my shit. Probably get an ulcer. It'll be funny.
Chris B with another 279 super chat. Thank you so much. What was that? Was this one on stream or at least a vid? Or no, getting those dollars double or nothing.
This is why I super chatted $69 because I don't think anybody's gonna.
See, I've always had a rule. I don't perform tasks for money.
I know you don't, but I'm performing a task for money for you is what I'm doing. I'm selling out for you, Clyde.
Okay, Shabadoo with his $20 super chat, getting up there. Love your work. You are the news.
Here's what happens. Here's what I'll do to make it better for you. Okay, who was it that was raising?
I'm going to address that.
Sorry, address your super chat.
I'll address you. You are the news. I hope you don't just follow me for the news. I really do hope that's the case. I try to bring a different perspective to the news as best I can, but I'm a mechanic at the end of the day. I'm reading from all kinds of different sources and then talking to people, and I've been getting I don't want to say better at it, but my networking skills have been getting better, and I've been able to reach out to more and more experts and get more information on the things that are happening in Canada. But definitely don't use me as the only source of news. But I really appreciate you saying that. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for that.
So what I'll say to make things better. Who was it that was raising money for Ottawa? Annabelle. Okay, so if somebody outdoes my super chat, I will match that super chat for Annabelle for her GoFundMe.
And eat the wings.
Up to $200.
Up to $200.
Up to $200. I will match whoever outdoes my super chat, even if it's by a penny. If somebody donates,
which was a $69.69.
So if somebody does $70 or more, I will match that on Annabelle's GoFundMe as well. So you win, and it's not for money then because it's going to charity.
Wow. Well, it's going to a good cause.
It's going to a good cause.
Annabelle's great.
Yeah. Well, I say charity because I think any donation's a charity, but it's a good cause. I think it's a good cause, and I think that'd be great. Everybody's saying in the chat, "Oh, that just means you don't want to do it." I don't want to do it. That's why I set the bar at $70. I don't want to do it.
This guy does not handle spice very well.
I'm terrible with it. Are you kidding?
It'll be a scene. It will be a scene.
Oh, I'll need mate. Oh shit.
Didn't take long.
Chippies, you're officially banned from my channel. Chippies is banned.
Oh, Chippies outdoor with the $100 super
you
chat.
bastard!
And now you gotta hold your word. You're gonna
now I gotta do it.
Well, you're gonna do that, but you're also gonna donate to Annabelle.
I gotta donate to Annabelle as well.
Absolutely.
We'll match $100. There we go.
Absolutely, making sure for that.
When do we want to do this? Do we want to do this now? Do you want me to suffer while you go on with your commentary, or what do we do? Or do we want to hold it for the end, or wait for our guest?
Well, let's ask Chippy. Chippy,
what do you? Do
you want it to happen now, or we're gonna have a guest coming in?
Order
here.
those wings. We've got them. They're here.
It might be fun to have our guest be able to laugh at this situation as well.
So, way to go, Chippy. Chippy, we're not friends anymore, Chippy. I'm not happy. What are the Scoville hotness? I don't know. It's the last dab. Whatever the Scoville
I think
hotness
it's 1
is.
million. On
Yeah,
the
whatever
last dab,
whatever the last dab is, these are coated in the last dab sauce.
which that's a lot.
That's
for
a
me.
great hoodie. Hey, you can go get one. You should go
Thanks.
get hoodies.
No, I
You'd like your
appreciate
hoodie.
it. Yeah.
What happened to the hoodie I gave you?
I got this at what I didn't want to look like we were like twins or
Wait, oh.
I got this hoodie at Uniqlo in Japan.
Sure.
I have your hoodie.
What size do you wear?
I wear a large. You gave me an extra large and it's huge. I look like Ice-T.
Unbelievable. I can't win.
So, no, I let my wife wear it. She loves it for jammies.
What?
Yeah.
I'm insulted.
It's incredible jammies, honestly.
Unacceptable jammies?
Cryptomera with the $5 super chat. Thank you so much. I respect you because you're real. Work and life come first. Absolutely. Work, life, family. That's where we're at. And and friends are just extended family, in my opinion. That's where we're at. So here I am taking a moment away. I can't believe that, dude.
Holy crap! I'm not matching that one. I said up to 200, and we already hit the one. I'll just do 200.
You have to do 200 now.
Do 200.
Jerome Noel with a $400 super chat. That's insane.
Our guest should be here shortly.
Wow. Eat the wings and pay up. And we're doing it live. Yeah, we're doing it live.
Bastard.
And sorry, I have to pull this back up.
Where's
okay, let's double down for this. Holy cow, Chippy's
somebody-
Outdoor. Thank you so much.
Can somebody put the link to the GoFundMe or whatever it is, the Give Send Go, wherever it is on the chat?
The Give Send Go.
Joe, can you put that up in the chat so I can get that done before we start this?
Yeah, we'll get that done so it's verified.
Get it out of the way.
So up to $200, we're gonna go with the maximum on that one.
I'll put my money where my mouth is.
You're gonna be putting other things where your mouth
I'm gonna be putting other things in my mouth. That's what she said.
Oh, you guys are insane. That's so good. Joe's
there it
got
is. I got
Joe's
it.
got
I
it in
got
the
it.
chat.
Hold on.
What is
are
it
you
at
able to
so
Are you able
far?
to mute my mic while I do this, or just so I can set it down?
Yeah, I can mute it. Yeah, just put it down there. There, that's better. So you can unbelievable. Okay, so wow, yeah, the things that everybody in this community does. It's amazing. Oh, fantastic. Wow. Okay, just out of the ballpark with that one, guys. Unreal. So Joe, thank you so much for putting that in the chat. Derek's getting on that. He's gonna.
Somebody else should donate while I'm at it.
What's that?
Some other people should donate while I'm at it.
Yeah, so get on that link. The chat's been moving a bunch, so Joe, if you could put the link in there a few times, just so people having the ability to do that. Holy hot sauce, Batman! Holy crap! I say double or nothing. Unacceptable fringe, says Canada RV. Colette with the $10 super chat. Thank you so much. She's going to be able to get your. Oh, sorry, it scrolled so fast. She's going to be able to get yurt for her camp out on the hill. Yeah. Wow. She's actually going to be able to get some stuff going on that. Apparently she's going to be in a box. Because they try to put her in a box, so she's going to get a box and get in the box.
Sure.
As a statement there. I love her signs. She's got a whole bunch of them that are getting printed right now. But
Sure. Okay.
Derek,
I would probably donate another $100 just to get out of the wings at this point.
just to get out of the wings. Oh, you're gonna really enjoy those. Jerome Noel with the $2 super chat. Clyde, get some wings too. I'm gonna try them. I love spicy wings. I don't wanna put both of us out for the whole stream though. But we also have a guest coming in, and let's just say she has limited things that she's allowed to talk about.
So we're good?
Verified, confirmed. Please fix the error and continue. What's your error?
Why is my card declined? Oh, shit. It's good because I meant to put it on business. Give me a sec.
Oh.
Give me a sec. I'll be right back.
You got to put it on your business account. Chippy's Outdoors with a $10 super chat. 10% of that, Derek. I'm too much of a Karen for crazy hot wings. 10% of that. I'm not sure what you mean by that. 10% of that 100, Derek. I'm too much of a Karen for crazy hot wings. I can't wait to see him try to eat those hot wings. Okay, he's off doing that, so I'll put it over here. Interesting coming to Calgary. So right away, I noticed people are very friendly here in the flyover country, I guess they call it. I went to buy my wobbly pops, and the guy at the store, ultra friendly. I told him it was my first time in Alberta from British Columbia, and he says, welcome to Calgary. I hope you love it. I said, I bet you I will love it. Welcome to Alberta, Clyde. Thank you so much. We're going to get to see a bit of it. I'm going to come back in the summer. I want to go to the Stampede. That was a thing I've never been to, so that's what I'm going to get into. Meme o'clock. Okay, so I'm explaining. I didn't really get a chance to set up a lot of stuff for the stream, but I can go into our Discord and have a look at some of the memes and probably try to post some of them. And of course, so I'm on a different computer, just to let you guys know. I got a mobile, I have a desktop at home, and been making this mobile setup. And here's my actual test. This is a test case for being able to set up and chat with people, because when I go to Japan, I'm going to have to use this setup for everything. So I'm really looking forward to that, but I'm nervous about not being able to. Oh my God. Oh, the memes are good. Oh, the memes are good. Can I show that on YouTube? Maybe. Let's get into this. Oh, is Derek coming down? No, not yet. Okay, so I'm gonna get into the web. Here's some of the memes. This is Groundhog Day in Ottawa. I don't know if that's kosher. Is that something I'm allowed to show? That's too good. That's way too. Okay, what else have we got here? There's a bunch of. Oh, okay. So this has been in the news. The balloon that's flying over America, apparently, or over Canada from China, evidently. This is an issue that we've been having. Lots of people, of course, with the Winnie the Pooh, amazing. For those that don't know, Xi Jinping was nicknamed Winnie the Pooh. I posted this one. This one again is from Bob, our artist friend who just makes all of the most amazing stuff. I'm missing these things. $10 super chat from the one WW guy. I got here late. Have you spoken about this yet? Canadian Senator David Richard opposes censorship bill C-11. I was on the airplane when that hit, and I didn't get a chance to see it, so maybe we can react to that together. Joe, if you would do me a favor and actually DM that to me in Discord, that would be fantastic, because then I'll be able to share that. That would work out amazing. So yeah, we'll do that. But yeah, so many of these breaking. The U.S. sends balloon to China in retaliation. I love some. These memes are just so good. It seems to be all about the balloon today. This is like the major thing. Hey, we got guests. We've got guests here. I'm great, and I'm live. So.
Oh wow! Give me 1 sec to get this payment done, and then we'll get you on the stream.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so and we're doing meme time on the stream right now, and yeah, you're not hearing, but Derek's here, but we got a special guest in here.
She's on your camera.
She's on my camera. You might be seeing. Say hello to everybody.
Hi.
So we've got a guest here that can not speak about certain things. So just be mindful of that because, and I'm sure there's a lot of people in the chat. Tamara, go girl. So everyone's excited to see you, Tamara, in the chat. We got to be careful too, right? Just about what we're saying. And Joe just sent me this bit. So we're going to react to this. So this is a bit if this is from the Windsor Star of all places. Cool. All right, Joe. Thank you. This is the first reading, Liberal appointed paywall. Thanks, Windsor Star. I don't want to pay for your paper. No, thanks. It took me ages to get out of that town. I was happy to go when I left. I don't want to pay for their paper. Liberal appointed senator passionately denounces liberal censorship bill.
There we go. Verify.
Okay, we got verification that the payment is going through for $200 to Annabelle's Give, Send, Go. Thank you guys so much. Of course, anyone who's just tuning in, Annabelle is going to Ottawa by herself to protest, essentially MAID. And she's been disabled. She had a stroke when she was 5 years old. And our government is just falling through on their obligations to the people that were never supposed to fall through the cracks. And she wants to get Bill 22, C-22 seen. And it's been tabled for over 6 years, and they haven't debated it. G. Meister, the $5 super chat. No way. You're the best, Tamara. Hit the damn like button. That's amazing. So we'll get into this. Perhaps. Or do you want to give up your seat there for a bit?
Sure. I'll sit behind you while I completely kill myself.
Drink out of your boot.
Drink out of your boot. We're going to have this is an exclusive interview. Get the headphones on there, Tamara. So you can see your audio here. So just try to keep it out of the peaking range. And then got a mic. And here we are.
Hi.
I'm just going to go over some of these super chats that are coming in. Tempest with the $10 super chat. Thank you, Tamara, for everything you've done. God bless.
Wow. Thank you.
So you got to get really close. So
Okay.
again, you can look at that and you'll see where your audio levels are.
Okay.
You can hear a bit of the monitoring through this,
Yes.
but it's not super loud.
Yeah.
It's just mostly.
What a setup.
This is my
This
first time
incredible.
actually being
Yes,
in person
it is.
with you.
So nice to meet you, finally.
Yeah, finally. This is so cool. And while we're live streaming, and look
Oh,
at you,
and that's
little
Bella.
doggy. Don't trip on any cables. Don't do any of that. Anyway, so Tamara, amazing to finally see you.
Thank you.
And I know you're not allowed to talk about certain things about what's going on in your legal troubles and all of that. So we're gonna leave that out of the equation here, and we're just gonna talk about other stuff that. Are you allowed to talk about other things that are happening in Canada? Or is that something gray area maybe you don't want
I
to get
usually
into?
just stay away from anything really that could be controversial for now.
That's fair.
So, it'll come. That day will come.
That day will come. I can't wait because I've got dibs on the first podcast with you. Not the first interview because you're going to have that with You've Made Promises, but I'm looking forward to that. In fact, maybe we'll even fly you out to British Columbia for that.
That would be awesome.
That'd be super
I would
cool.
love to go to British Columbia.
Yeah, I'm trying to set up the studio so I can have in-person guests.
Yes.
And that would be great. Little doggy. What's your dog's name?
Bella.
Bella.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I just inherited her.
Friendly
Yeah,
one.
She is friendly. Yeah,
Just don't want all the dogs coming down here. They've got cables going on here.
Yeah, for sure. Well, my other one's too old. He'll never make it down the stairs.
Got Jerome Noel with a $10 super chat saying, "You that is the Z Tamara. I don't have enough words to say thank you for what you did. Brought hope to in a dark time. Thanks for doing something. Whoa, stay out of the cables.
Uh-oh.
Stay out of the cables, doggy.
This could be.
Yeah, this could be an issue. Whoa, okay.
Bowser cat. Come on.
Yeah.
There you go.
Don't go putting your nose in those areas.
Yep.
There you go. Dog doing. Okay.
Make sure
Okay,
the door
we're
shut up.
good.
You want me to sit behind you?
Okay, Derek. Well, Tamara and I are going to be
Non-stop
talking.
action here tonight.
Yeah,
Non-stop
right?
Action.
I got G Meister with a $5 super chat saying, the most inspiring woman in
Oh.
Canada. Thank you. Honk, honk. No comment. No comment. Love that. So we want to, getting in the cables.
Yep.
Right.
Getting in the. Do you think we can have another home for the wee one?
Here, I'll pick these up. There.
Yeah. Unfortunate. Yeah.
What are we?
Dogs don't know anything about podcasting and audio.
They
Wish you
don't
could just
care.
explain that to
They
them.
just don't care.
Oh, she's just sitting. I think
Sorry, I'm trying to keep up on these. These are it's amazing. It's blowing up. Colette, $10 says, "Did either of you bring a guitar? Tamara can't talk about certain things, but can you sing?
I didn't bring a guitar.
No, not this time." Lady Gaga. What?
It's not Lady Gaga, no.
Oh, is that an inside joke? Okay. Yeah, no guitar
It was a
tonight.
karaoke incident.
But I have guitars in my studio, so
I
when
saw
you
that.
come, yeah.
Do you play?
I do.
Oh, right
I
on.
do.
Yeah.
Oh, other dog's down again.
Come here, Bella.
Bowser, get.
This is
Come here.
amazing. Okay. Jerome Noel gifting 10 Clyde Do Something memberships. Thank you so much for that. Gifting memberships to the channel. If you're new to the channel and you just got gifted a membership, it gives you the ability to use some of the emojis and other things that we have set up for the community here. And welcome to the channel. And and hopefully you'll want to stay. It's great. So much going on tonight. It's incredible.
That's
And-
it's a really busy room.
Right?
I've never seen anything like this before.
This is
It
my
looks
mobile
like
setup.
the Starship Enterprise.
Right?
A little bit.
So this is my mobile setup that I've been toying with and setting up because I'm going to Japan next month.
Yes, you're saying that.
So I have all this stuff. This is actually Derek's, this big screen. So that's convenient because putting it all on one little tiny screen makes it difficult. But having the big screen to add to that. It's funny, we're talking about it, but they can't see it on their
Yeah,
end
that's
as
right.
they're watching this
Yeah.
happen. But yeah, it's nice having audio interface and all the other things. It just bring a different quality to the show.
Mm-hmm.
But it's interesting. So I know we're not allowed to talk about certain things. So I'll try to avoid all of that. This is normally what I'm talking about. It's just controversy
Yes.
and all the things that we're doing right now. Derek is Derek.
Here we go.
He made a challenge tonight. He challenged.
These are disgusting. Can you smell them? They're awful.
They smell good. They smell good. He says they smell
Good luck,
awful.
man. I wish you the best.
He's not. You're not in the camera, so you have to sit behind one of us.
You should sit right here, then you
you've got
can.
it split. I thought you had it.
There's two
I thought
cameras,
you
so
had
it's
it as
split.
one.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
He's gonna sit on Tamara's lap.
No. Is it better if I sit on this?
Mike TV Dub
How's
with the
that?
$10 super chat saying, "Thank you for your sacrifice, Tamara. You made a difference to millions across Canada and the world. Be proud of what you've accomplished."
It's just so hard to not.
Right. It's just so hard not to. We have Katie Dubois with the $20 super chat saying, "Sending this through to you, amazing Canadian heroes, before the pups cut the feed." Wow, because that might happen. Actually, we'll see how that goes. Okay, Derek's off.
How you making out?
Okay, he's in the background eating the last dab hot wings.
They're terrible.
Do they even taste good though?
It tastes like hot, sick ass.
They taste like hot,
Oof.
sick ass, he says.
Oh,
That's not good.
I was already burning my face off, and I'm only on the second one.
Uh-oh.
Number 2? It just hurts?
Get the man some milk.
Milk doesn't help.
I don't think so.
No, milk
think
never
that's-
helps me.
I think
I
that's
know
a wise
I know
tale.
the trick though. Cucumbers.
Mm.
Gross, he says. Gross. Cucumbers are delicious. They're like watermelons without sugar.
That's true.
But sorry, not watermelons, but cucumbers. It just kills spice. I don't know how it works, but it does. Do you have a beer? Do you have any beers handy?
I have my BCAAs here somewhere. My water. I'm good right now, actually.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
We're good.
So we normally on my streams, I stay away from drinking beer, because, well, here's the thing. So on YouTube, we all know how it is for social media, YouTube, all of these things.
Mhm.
Tempest with the $5 super chat saying unacceptable. Peter on the stairs is everything. Oh, that's too funny. So on YouTube, it depends on what opinions you have, or on all social media. It's not just YouTube, but it depends on what opinions you have. You may or may not be allowed to continue doing what it is that you do. So
Right.
I've been ultra careful, and that's just kind of the route that I take. I don't swear. He's crying.
Oh, no, you're crying.
Yeah. So I don't swear on my channel. I try to keep things kosher. I'll give pseudonyms for different things.
Mm-hmm.
If I know that that's a hot topic that'll get you hit on for whether it's shadow banning or demonetization or any of those things. And demonetization works in a way, and it's not about the money really. It's what it is. It's about if YouTube's not monetizing it, then they're not going to recommend it. So it's about reach. It's about being able to reach the maximum amount of people possible. So I always try to do everything in the best way that appeases what YouTube wants while still getting the message out.
Right.
And so one of the things is I don't drink on my show, but I'm making an exception this time because
We're in Calgary.
we're in Calgary.
Come on,
We're
welcome
in-
to Alberta.
That's it. So I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the thing. I'm having it during this. You ate all of them?
Wow,
I said I would. They're all done.
nice job.
There's okay. Bring that here. Bring that here.
Oh,
You know people are gonna doubt it, right? Oh, you leave a lot of meat on the bone, my
yeah, I
man.
got through the hot stuff.
Okay, so
It looks like that's a whole one that's just hiding in there.
Is there a whole one
I
left?
think
there's a
there
whole
is,
one
yep.
in there.
Oh, sorry, buddy. I'm sorry.
We're not friends anymore.
This is why my husband calls me Monica.
Why is that?
From Friends, you know Monica? She's
Oh,
just so super, like...
oh, okay. It's been a million years since I watched that show. Monica, she was the one that always
Anal retentive one.
Anal retentive,
Yes,
that's it.
totally.
Okay, so he's done. He ate them all. Did it really burn that much?
I don't like you anymore, Clyde.
I don't like you
Oh.
anymore, Clyde. He says. I'm gonna try.
Yes.
I'm gonna try one later because there's a whole other batch.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, I like spicy food. I'm a huge fan. Where I live, there's a lot of curry restaurants, and curry's like one of my favorite things.
Mhm.
Like authentic curry, and like you got to tell them like I know I'm a white guy, but give it to me.
Yep. Authentic spice.
Yeah, let me have it. Let me have it. They will hurt again tomorrow,
Oh.
says Joe.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm just, it's crazy because there's so much I want to talk to you about.
Yeah,
And-
someday.
And it's sad. It's sad because we're in the situation that we can't. But how are things? How are things with you?
Things are good, really good. It's been really busy. I feel like I've been really busy, actually. And just staying super positive, I think, and move, we got to move forward. And I feel good. Yeah.
Great.
We've been having a few jams with our band and playing some tunes.
Is his
and
life kind of back to normal, or?
I'm...
Well, obviously you can't talk to your friends on social media and
Yeah,
stuff.
there's lots
that's-
of things that aren't normal about it. But, I was in Ottawa for the Inquiry, of course. And so, yeah, getting back, we got back home from that and just kind of took a couple weeks and chilled out. That was, what a great experience. But it was intense. It was long days.
I believe it. And my mind goes immediately to ask you about it. But yeah, no, it's insane to have your life kind of whipped up into some other thing that you weren't expecting to happen.
Did not see that coming. No.
No, right? And for unforeseen reasons, and we get ourselves involved in all kinds of things. And I mean, here I am. I'm a mechanic.
Yeah.
And we're talking to almost 600 people right now
Wow.
about stuff, and Derek's suffering. Derek's life changed.
Hi.
Oh, you
quite a
need the
bit.
tissue?
It was really nice.
How are you feeling, Derek?
I'm good. How are you? How are you feeling?
I feel great.
Good. I'm about to take out a better life insurance policy. Holy crap.
I feel like we should get him a cool towel.
Yeah, do you got?
I feel like I ate bear mace. Like,
Oh,
it's
nasty.
burning my face.
That's nasty.
Oh, that's crazy.
It's so bad.
It's that bad.
It's so bad.
But didn't they make the last dab? Didn't they make like an entirely new pepper for that? Like they cultivated a new pepper specifically for that.
Mm.
They just call it Pepper X,
No, thank you.
if I'm not mistaken.
I'd rather play leapfrog with a unicorn.
He says he'd rather play leapfrog with a unicorn. We all know where that's going.
Oh boy. What have I gotten myself into here?
Take off.
I'll be the next spy balloon.
GS says take off the hoodie.
What?
Take off the hoodie
Why?
so you cool down.
No.
No.
This is my thing. I wear hoodies everywhere.
So he's got to rep it. So we got to be careful about how we promo this thing, because while you got a spicy face, that's the perfect time to promo your new book.
A spicy face. You got a spicy
When I can't
face.
talk about it. Go ahead. Did you get?
I
sitting right
didn't
there.
notice that as quite remarkable. Wow, eh?
So this is the newest book from Unacceptable Fringe. The
Don't say the title.
yeah, you're not allowed to talk about it. I can talk about it.
Look at that.
There's a likeness on the cover of the book. People are laughing at the spicy face comment. I gotta
Need
get
more
everybody a
hands.
link for that. Joe, would you do me a favor and post a link for Amazon for this?
Mm-hmm.
And this is, and I'll
my
grab my copy.
Copy. This is so exciting.
And this is the new book, Hold the Line, the Ballad of Tamara Lich, and Leech.
She won't correct you because she didn't correct me either.
Oh, am I pronouncing it wrong?
It's Leech.
It's Leech.
That's okay.
I've been saying it wrong
It-
all this time.
If you only knew how many times it's been butchered,
Yeah.
it's.
Oh, I'm a butcher now.
Yeah, no, you didn't butcher it. I just mean.
I met Tamara and called her Tamara Lich for about 2 hours in our conversation, and then I called her cell phone about a week later, and it said, "Hi, you've reached Tamara Lich," and it's like,
Oh no.
correct me?
Okay. I've been saying
I've been
it
called
for
worse. It's all good.
I've been saying it for a year wrong. Okay, Tamara Leach.
Somebody in the House
That's
of
it.
Commons one day called me Madame Lick. Madame Lick.
Canadian terrorist.
Yeah, you know.
That's okay. You're my favorite.
Yeah, a lot of-
Extraordinaire.
yeah, right. A lot of things you've been called a lot of things, Tamara. I'm gonna copy this link, and this is
Oh, this is so cool.
this is where people can get this. Thank you, Joe, for that. Oh, okay, yeah,
You're still doing
it's shared.
a review video for that, right?
I'm still gonna, yeah, I'm still
This
gonna
is
do a
like-
video
I'll
about it.
probably be dead by then, and my family will need the money.
So the whole channel, so there's only so many people that tune into the live streams, and it's like, you know, the most hardcore fans, the most hardcore news people 557 people watching, tuning in right now. Usually at the end of a live stream, it's usually around 4,000 to 5,000 people watched
Wow.
it during the
Yeah.
live stream. But not everybody has the time in the evenings to watch these, right? So, and the normal demographic for our show is in the mornings. So I'm gonna be do a promo for this this week coming.
Nice.
So, and I'll have my signed copy
Mm-hmm.
by the time I leave
You
here.
think so? I'll sign Tamara's.
Okay.
With his tears.
Right. So
Anna,
Sign it with your pain.
yeah, sign it with your pain.
Thank you. This is amazing. Thank you.
thank you.
I got no words.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I'm really excited to read through it and see Kaide's artwork as
Mhm.
well.
Yeah,
I should be
she's so talented.
Put her name on it so she'd feel better.
Right. There you go. Oh, Trudy's likeness. I love that.
We
It's
got Rob Ford in the back too.
really?
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Dougie Boy? Dougie Boy's in here?
Toward the back at the POEC.
Where's Dougie?
And
Is
Jason
there?
Kenny. Yeah, so Doug Ford, Jason Kenny.
Oh, it looks just like Dougie. Look at Dougie Boy. That's too
That's why
good.
she drew the ties for the provinces on them. 'Cause it's got Jason
Oh,
Kennedy at the
yes, right.
Oh, I see. I see what you mean there.
Hmm.
top.
Very
Danielle
cool.
Smith's in there as well. Not in that page.
Oh, on another page. Okay.
About the Sovereignty Act.
I got to go through this. Because wow, I want to talk about the Sovereignty Act, and I want to talk about all those Alberta
And the
things,
back cover,
but I know we can't talk about those
the
tonight.
back cover we put Tamara's speech from.
You can when I go get my
CCF.
bags. I got to go back out and get all my stuff.
I can talk about that.
Huh? Yeah. you can.
I can
yeah.
talk about it when you're gone.
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Well,
fair.
yeah. This is funny. This is so funny. And this is, you know why this picture is so funny? Can I show this? I
Yeah.
don't know if I can show this. Can I see it?
Okay, that's a famous
It's
picture.
like from the first press conference.
Yep.
And
Yeah.
it's funny because the joke
Jay, don't
is
talk about it.
that's okay, I can talk about that.
Okay.
The joke is that it's me, Joanne, and Chris Barber's chest in all the pictures because he's so tall. So it's me, Joanne, and Chris Barber's chest in almost every photo.
I'm glad Kanye was able to
I
do
haven't
that.
met Barber
She
yet.
captured it perfectly.
I've been looking forward to meeting Chris Barber. I hear he's an awesome guy.
He is, yeah,
and
he's an
and
awesome guy.
I'm looking forward to that. We've got Canada is ruled by clowns at the $10 super chat. Tamara, you make me proud to be Canadian. That's amazing. It must be amazing that you hear all the kinds of messages like that all the time.
It's it's indescribable.
Yeah.
Yeah, and there's so much that I would love to say, I just can't. But
No,
it's,
obviously.
you know, and I'm so grateful. I'm just so grateful. I've just had so much support, you know.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's funny because I was speaking to you on the phone the other day,
Mhm.
and I mentioned to the wife, I said, "Oh yeah, I was speaking with Tamara," and she said, "You know, is this cheeky? But I almost don't feel like it's that special anymore
No.
because we've become friends."
Yeah, I'm
right?
just a person.
Like it's not a celebrity anymore.
Yeah, that's right.
We've all just kind of become friends over this
Yeah.
whole thing.
Which is one of the most beautiful things about it, right?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. The whole like everything that happened over the past year has set us all on different trajectories in our lives and what it is that we're doing. And we a lot of us have found talents that we didn't know we actually had. You know.
Yes. I was just talking with somebody about that today. That's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah, like Derek with his writing of his books.
Oh, I would have made it somewhere else.
He would have made it. He would have made it
I would've
anyway.
found somewhere else to break through.
Right. He would have been the next George Michael if it wasn't for the
Sure.
books. But you know, books are a good
I
thing.
would have
It's
taken
okay.
over for Tucker.
He was aiming for Tucker. But it's amazing. No, it's just it's incredible. It's incredible, and I'm not usually at a loss for words because this is what I do for a living half the time now. Anyways, Colette with a $5 super chat. Tamara, are you permitted to talk about your thoughts on Bill C-11? P.S. I looked up integrity in the dictionary, and your picture was there. That's great.
Sweet. I actually don't really talk about anything that's too controversial because my conditions are so broad that, you know, just to be careful. And, you know, I don't like them, but I want to respect them and abide by them and follow the process.
That's amazing because there are so many people that skirt what they're allowed to do and to see you just going with it. Yeah, that's a hard one. It's a hard one to deal with, but you know, you do what you got to do for the things that, you know, better outcomes in the end.
That's right.
Is really what we're looking for. So, and I'm not trying to skirt any rules. I'm not trying to get you in trouble.
Oh, of course not. No, of course not.
And that's not the aim here. But the aim is just to good friends to get together, and that's the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly.
And Derek and I are looking forward to going to see other people tomorrow. We're going to be going up to Red Deer, which is another place I've never been before in my life.
Yeah.
Joe's there. You're not going to like it.
Joe's there. I'm not going to like it. Oh, okay.
I'll hate it.
I'll hate it because
It's beautiful.
then, well, it's great because
I'll probably be getting over the wings by then.
when I'm in my studio, people don't realize that I'm 5'10", And when I go meet people that I never met before, and everybody's like 6+, and I'm this little guy. But it's great because I'm a mechanic, and I've never complained about it because of my career. I've met tall mechanics, and they all have stiff necks. It's the worst because hoists only go so high.
That's right.
And I'm the perfect height for the average mechanic's hoist.
There's a lot of perks to being small.
There is. I'm not a shrimp, but I'm definitely on the shorter side. When I go to Japan, I'm not big in Japan.
Right.
I'm pretty regular in Japan.
Yeah.
G Meister, the $10 super chat. Canada owes a great debt to the Freedom Convoy. Those Canadians who mock the convoy will now we'll all realize what a turning point in our history it was and still is. Thank you, Tamara. And well, obviously no comment. So sorry. Great words. I can say that. Amazing. Yeah. Fantastic. And it meant a lot to so many of us, and that's for sure a thing. But yeah, I just can't go on that.
It's hard to believe like that we're already in February of 2023. Like it's just crazy.
Yeah. So time has flown by for me. I'm sure it has for you. There was a little stint that you did that didn't fly
right.
by.
I had a little vacation there, a little summer July vacation in beautiful Ottawa, Ontario.
Yeah. There's all kinds of times that you weren't able to go different places, but that's for sure. The year has flown by. Derek, a lot's happened for you in a year.
His boot is empty.
His boot's empty.
The boot is empty.
He's got that smile on his face, like.
I can't feel my face anymore, so we're good.
Oh, okay. It's like a dentist visit.
Yeah, we're good.
Perfect.
Still burns, but we're good.
Ouch.
What were we talking about?
We were trying to
sure
not
it was something
talk.
Profound.
Yeah, trying not to talk about the things that we're not allowed to talk about is what we're trying to talk about, which makes things difficult. Like
it does.
You have no idea.
It's inconvenient.
G Meister with a $5 super chat. I forget the no comment. Hit the damn like button. Forget the no comment. Hit the damn like button. Drew Bravo with a $50 super chat.
Wow.
Thank you very much for all your work since you have been on. You give a voice to the people. You're almost at the point of being like redacted as a full-time job. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that.
Wow.
Amazing. How many Scoville were those wings? Well, Joe, you could look that up because it's the last dab from Hot Ones, the show Hot Ones. So you can see how many Scovilles that is. I'm actually curious to know what that is. I thought it was 1 million.
I'm curious to know what a Scoville is.
So
I don't get out
It's
much.
a fancy word of saying like
Here.
facial beating.
You need to sit down.
No, go ahead.
Okay. So the Scoville scale is a scale that they came up with to measure the hotness of something that's spicy. So anything that's spicy in the world of spicy peppers has is it capsaicin? 2 million. 2 million Scovilles with that hot sauce.
That sounds like a lot.
That is a lot.
That is a
2.5
lot.
million says Darren.
Wow.
I'll send you my hospital bill. Oh wait, we have healthcare. Never mind.
You seem to be handling it pretty well.
You are.
That's the booze.
It's the booze. Okay.
It's admirable, actually. It's admirable.
So the Scoville scale, I don't know. I spurg out on this stuff like this once I need to know what a thing means.
Right.
The Scoville scale is a scale that they finally came up with because people would be like, well, this is the hottest. No, this is the hottest. And okay, well, we need to prove it. So they actually like chemically came up with a scale to measure how hot a thing is.
Wow.
And it's always like
Science.
a range, right? Because it doesn't matter what kind of chemical or what kind of peppers you're making, they'll always be within a range.
Yeah.
But yeah, 2 million.
That's a
I mean,
lot.
once you pass the 2 million mark, I don't know.
What's the scale? Like, what is it? What does it go up to?
Okay, so the chat's gonna kill me for getting the facts wrong, but I think a jalapeno is around the 2,000 mark.
Okay.
So jalapenos they're spicy, but they're not that spicy.
Yeah.
I think a habanero is somewhere in the 50,000 to 200,000 range.
Wow.
Tell me if I'm wrong, chat.
2 million. That's got to be super hot.
What's that?
Bella, don't go cause problems. Come on.
Just giving you that face. Dogs trying to cause some issues. My son got me a 1-chip challenge, which was also 2 million. It was gross tasting, and the chip sucks. What? The chip? What? The chip stuck in the mouth.
Every little
crevice. Oh, that's not good. That's not good at all. Doug with a $10 super chat. Hey, it's Republican Canadian girl's dad. Just moved to Calgary. Is there ever? Sorry, I'm.
Meetups?
Is there ever Patriot meetups?
There's
Good
Koreatown.
work. Is there Patriot meetups in Calgary?
In Koreatown.
In Koreatown.
Yep.
They have their roof Koreans.
Sure.
Oh, you killing me? Like I don't.
Inside joke. Never mind.
I don't know that joke.
I know.
I don't know.
Inside joke.
That's an I thought you were going with the LA thing with the roof
I
Koreans.
hung out with.
There's a great
Tamara
karaoke place here in Calgary.
And everything's in Korean.
In down. I don't know if it's not. It wouldn't be called Koreatown. It must be
It's
like
downtown.
little. Yeah, it's downtown, anyways.
And everything's in Korean
Yeah.
at a
The
karaoke
machines, the
place.
books,
Karaoke is
Yeah.
Japanese.
Yeah.
It's
But
interesting.
it was great. It was a great little
fun.
place.
It was fun.
It was fun.
I made Tamara mad because I made a joke.
We sang a lot of Lady Gaga.
Sang a lot of Lady Gaga. Okay, so but is there like Patriot meetups? Is there like
Not that I'm aware of. I mean, they used to do weekend rallies.
Mike?
They used to do weekend rallies in Calgary, and then the COOF ended, and that kind of. I think it's. I don't know. Artur Pawlowski does things from time to time downtown, and he
Okay.
has. If you follow him on Twitter or watch his postings online, he usually announces those things.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, yeah, things to look forward to. I live in beautiful British Columbia, but it's full of a bunch of leftards, and it's really difficult. It's difficult to live there because people put their emotions before they put even their jobs most of the time. So it's rough. It's rough, and they're changing minds one at a time. That's my thing. I really want to. So I've been talking about, and you can comment on it if you want,
Okay.
or if you think you're able to. I've been talking about on this channel about starting a new environmental movement, because I'm really keen about the environment, but I don't think that they're going in the right direction with this climate stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they've been predicting catastrophic events since I was a kid. And I mean, for me, it sounds a lot like the Y2K scare. It sounds a lot like all the other scares. There's always all kinds of stuff. But I do have a real concern about the environment, like actually. And I think that we're doing a lot of things wrong, especially the way we deal with garbage management. I think garbage management can be done so much better in Canada, especially when you look at the core of the issue. A lot of our recyclables, for example, they go through a sorting facility, then they get put on a barge, they get shipped off to other countries in Asia, where they sort them.
Yeah.
Oh,
And then when they sort them, they realize that we did a horrible job sorting it in the first place, and there's a lot of stuff that can't be recycled. So they take out the recyclable stuff and then send it back the barge, diesel
Full of
fuel,
garbage,
both
yeah.
ways, right?
Yeah.
Send it back, and then we send it to another country that'll incinerate it.
Mm-hmm.
Where we could incinerate this stuff here at home, and with modern catalyst technology, it would be super clean,
Mm-hmm.
and we would get energy from it.
Yeah.
And being in Alberta talking about energy, everyone's like, yeah, duh, energy, good.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Right? So like if we can make energy work for us, that's definitely the gist of it. And I think that there are really good ways of going about bringing people on board with an environmental message that's not a crazy catastrophic one, not one that kills industry, one that destroys people's ways of life.
Yeah, that's just not so woke.
Well, it's not woke,
Yeah.
but it's real.
Yes.
It's
yes.
real, and it's a real
It's
thing.
responsible.
Absolutely.
Responsible and respectful.
Yeah, and it's something that we could do, and I think we could rally people around. And not only that, But there are a lot of people that are on the left, and a lot of people, you know, yeah, because it doesn't have to be a political thing,
Right.
but and the environment shouldn't be a political issue.
Mm-mm.
But when you get into like predictions of like catastrophes,
The
that
sky is falling.
yeah,
the sky
all
is
of
falling.
that stuff, then you lose people, and you lose people that aren't gonna go along with it. But if you bring an environmental message that's actually going to clean up our drinking water,
Mhm.
clean up our forests, better forest management, better again with the garbage management, we can actually get people on board,
Mhm.
and we could pull people away from that are being. There are a lot of people right now that are looking at this like catastrophic theory, and you're going to have to change your way of life and all of the things that you love about property
Living,
ownership
yeah,
and
yeah.
things like that,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, that's right.
And you'll have to change that. We could win a lot of those people over
Mm-hmm.
that would normally go along that way instead of just denying things,
Right.
saying like being on the negative side. Come up with a positive message.
Yeah.
Like this is what we want to do, and we want to make things better for a lot of people while
Mm-hmm.
while providing for people.
Yes.
And here's another aspect to the whole idea is across the world this has been happening where people get wealthy because of a market economy that's doing well
Mhm.
where they live. And what's the face? You give me that face.
There's
So-
no face.
Okay. So people are doing well, and when people start doing well and they're not worried about feeding their children and they're not worried about heating their house, and why you give me
I'm
that?
not making.
Okay,
You
you-
look over here. I'll turn around, man.
So they're not worried about heating their house, they're not worried about feeding their family. Then they start looking around and they go, this place is a dump.
Right.
Let's clean it up. Let's make it look good. And this is something that's been going on generation after generation, culture by culture. This is
Mhm.
not a Western culture thing. This is an everywhere thing. Because you could say, well, Asian people aren't like that. Well, look at Japan. They had economic growth. They cleaned everything up.
Mm-hmm.
And then years later, look at Korea. They cleaned up
Mhm.
after economic growth.
Right.
Even parts of China, they only started cleaning up after economic growth. Their
Mhm.
government doesn't want to do that, but that's another political issue. But
Right. Yeah.
here's the thing: if we can provide the most prosperity for people around the world, and especially in developing countries, because that's where all the pollution and all this other stuff is coming from.
Mhm.
I mean, you could talk about CO2 or whatever, but I'm talking about like actual hard, heavy metals
Mhm.
that are going into waterways, into soil beds. I'm talking about real pollution, mercury going
Mhm.
into people's crops and stuff. Like this is stuff people are going to eat.
Yeah, really
This is-
nasty stuff. Yeah.
And again, he's giggling. He's euphoric from the spices. Nope. Okay.
I'm not chiming in on this one.
You're not chiming in on this one.
You don't want to hear what I got to say on this one.
Oh, I don't want to hear what he has to say. Anyway, so this is my thing. I think that with a good message that actually that is proactive in pushing business, pushing industry to do what they do, but do it good, and
Mhm.
we can. The technology's there.
Yes.
Is what I'm saying.
Yes.
And we can pull people out of poverty, and we can have our cake and eat it too.
Yes.
We're not doing it.
No.
And I think a lot of people would come on board with us, and it would be fantastic.
Lots of talking happens. You know,
Yeah, I want to see
lots
more
of talking
doing.
and lots
Like,
of
let's get it.
promises and,
Let's get
yeah,
it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm pretty excited, and I've been coming up with catchphrases and things like that,
Nice.
saying we should be ecological,
Mm-hmm.
not environmental, right? We
Right.
need to
So
actually
clever.
Well, we need
Yeah.
to actually think of this in a way that'll bring people over to us, because we're not trying to capture the attention of just a core set group of people. We're trying to capture the attention of everybody,
Mhm.
and I think that's where we'll actually be able to change things and make things better. Army Jarvis with a $20 super chat. My 12-year-old daughter, Riley, Clyde is wonderful. Tamara is pretty. I want that book. Then I yelled at her because it's bedtime. Thank you, Tamara, for everything. P.S. F the WEF. Coach Jordan Peterson. Actually, that's a good slogan. F the WEF. It wasn't spelled out that way on the thing, but
that's a good idea. Just put that on a shirt, Clyde.
just EF the WEF.
F the WEF.
I like that.
What did I hear? Somebody, actually, a gentleman I know that's used to live in Calgary. He's told me today he has a saying, and it's called "Be well, be informed, and be free." So be whiff, not wef.
Be whiff. What's whiff?
Be well.
Oh,
be
that's the
informed.
acronym for that.
He made an acronym out of it. Be whiff, not wef.
So Jordan Peterson's talking about forming a new organization that's supposed to be
very
like
interesting.
a counter to the World Economic Forum.
Yeah, it's called Normal People.
It's called Normal People. Okay, yeah, it's something along those lines.
From the House of Common Sense.
Well, that's what the House of Commons should be. But
No sense.
I'm interested in seeing where it goes because Jordan even said like there needs to be safeguards in place so it doesn't end up becoming another World Economic Forum.
Right.
So like powerful people don't take the helm. I don't know how that can be done, but I think I have a lot of faith in Jordan exploring ideas. So you can't put all your eggs in one basket, obviously,
Right.
and like for anyone, you're not going to agree with everybody everything that everybody says, right? Or any individual says. So, and what I do respect about Jordan Peterson though is he's courageous enough to have these dialogues where he's coming up with ideas as he's speaking. And I think that's where a lot of like podcasting, long form podcasting really gets into. And people might take a bit out of it and say, oh, this is what that person believes. But that isn't always necessarily how things work. Like, we're often thinking out loud when we're discussing things with people. And this is how new ideas are put together. Because none of us have ever come up with anything perfectly original on our own. Everything's kind of, it came from somewhere and then it was, it evolved and then it developed through conversation. And there's this dance that you have when you're conversing with people. And it's a really interesting thing. I agree with Jordan Peterson and Danielle Smith's team. So yeah, there's a lot of people with different opinions. So I'm trying to keep it on point where you're able to talk about the things. Yeah. But as soon as it gets into Canadian politics per se, that's a thing.
Well, and you guys, if you want to talk politics, that's totally. We got to bring our stuff in. So if you want to take a few minutes and.
Sure, whatever you
it's all good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you want to go grab your stuff?
Yeah, we may as well.
Yeah, that's cool. And then
I feel
Derek
bad
and
for Dwayne over there. He's just kind of hanging out.
He is here.
It's like watching.
It was so funny.
Dwayne saying on the couch, he's like
dimensional.
it's like watching Clyde on YouTube. That's awesome.
It was funny when we did that Christmas chat and we played the guitar, but we played a song, right? But all you could see was like Dwayne's one hand on the top of his guitar. Like it wasn't even there. He does exist.
He does exist.
Yeah, he does exist.
Oh, that was a joke with a lot of my friends online for a while because my wife hates cameras.
Right. Oh, so she's not on your show ever?
So my friends all started saying I didn't have a wife and she didn't actually exist and it was just me putting it on. I was putting everybody on. I'm just really well organized.
Yes, yeah, no kidding.
I'm able to take care of myself.
Without pretending my wife, to be a mild-mannered
my life falls apart without my wife. My wife is everything for me. Drew Bravo with another $50 super chat. People are so generous tonight. Oh man, thank you so much, Clyde. Here is another super chat. God bless you for the special guest. That means so much. Thank you, Tamara, of your sacrifice. Now just get Jordan on. Well, if Jordan would accept my invitation, I would absolutely have him on. No doubt about that. I would never skip that opportunity for sure. I think I have a lot of different things that I'd love to talk about with him. I'd like to hit the anonymity topic with him because I'm kind of on the same page, but I have disagreements, and I think it's not a full laid out conversation. If you've heard of him talking about anonymous people online,
No.
I can get into that in a second. Looney Tick Fringe, I like that name, with a $6.99 super chat. Happy Friday from Edmonton, guys. Sending you love wishes, Tamara. Amazing guest. That's amazing. Canada's armpit, you said?
It's the joke because we live in Calgary.
Oh, is that
right.
the rivalry you guys have
There's
going
a
on?
rivalry there, yes.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know any rivalries in British Columbia.
No?
No. I don't live in Vancouver proper.
Oh, okay.
Thank God. I think just everybody's like, I don't live in Vancouver. That's the only thing. I don't live there. And then the people in Vancouver are like, I don't live in Surrey. So there's even a worse place than Vancouver. That's a thing, right?
That's too funny.
That's British Columbia anyway for you. But thanks for the super chat. Anyway, Jordan Peterson has this. He was getting on the concept, and I've been talking about this actually for a while because I've always likened Twitter. I always said Twitter is like having a deep intellectual conversation with an angry chihuahua behind a chain link fence.
Mm-hmm.
And that's essentially what you're doing.
Yep.
It's a completely different dynamic. And people are vitriolic and terrible to each other. And it's not just Twitter. I mean, it's like all the different social medias. Facebook turned people pretty vicious after a
because
while.
you're not actually communicating with somebody to their face. I think people communicate quite a bit differently when they're actually talking to you face to face than they would if they're behind their phone or.
Well, they have a lot more gall.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. Well, because there's no consequences really.
Well, that's it. And it's like road rage, when somebody cuts you off in traffic, you don't know the circumstance of it. You're not with them, but you just see a car doing a thing and you flip out and you get angry and you could, do all kinds of people get really serious.
Some
about
people
it.
do.
Holy cow.
Yes.
And that's a thing that happens, and it's a weird phenomena that happens with human beings that doesn't necessarily happen. And there's G Meister with a $5 super chat. Come to Alberta where we employ nurses. Honk honk. No comment. I don't know if you saw my recent podcast about that, but yeah, check that out. Corey Morey, a fired nurse in British Columbia.
Oh yes, I haven't watched that one yet. But
Yeah,
I've seen
it's 3 hours put aside for that because that's something. It's intense. It's intense, and it's happening. It's happening in other places in Canada, just not flyover country, which has been taking care of their people a little bit better than the coasts. That's for sure. But where was I going? Road rage. Yeah. Interesting phenomena that happens with people. So they get it's insane the behavior that people have when, again, not the face to face thing. Now, what's interesting when you're discussing things with people, and you might be able to chime in on this because there's a different dynamic for women in conversation than with men. Now, men have this dance, and it's a really interesting thing that they do. So they'll challenge each other to a point. And there's an invisible line that nobody knows quite, but they kind of have to test with each other. Right. But that line is the difference between you keeping the teeth in your mouth and not, right? Yeah, that's that's the dance you do, and people will really push the boundaries, especially with drinks, and loud music or something.
Yeah. And then you can get your stuff.
Okay, no problem. You okay?
Nope.
Oh,
Derek's not okay. Okay. He's struggling. But yeah, there's this dance that people have, and for one, women don't have that, and some women take advantage of that, and this is why, people will always think, well, yeah, you can talk to people that way because you're not going to get smacked, right?
Yes.
And people who have good social intelligence won't push that line, but other people will, and we all know the types, right?
Yeah.
But when you get online, that whole dynamic changes, and there's not that line anymore, and people can say things that they wouldn't say in a situation where you're worried about, like, hey, I better not cross the line with this guy,
Right.
you know, because he
Yeah.
might do a thing. And I'm not advocating for violence, of course not.
Mm-hmm.
But you push somebody enough,
There's
they might respond to you with
some
it.
people there's people online that are terrible or say terrible things, and it's been kind of a blessing, I think, sometimes that I can't be on social media.
Yeah, I didn't even consider
it
that.
totally
yeah.
sucks most of the time, but there's people can be really mean.
Get rid of the second camera, Clyde. Can we see you guys in the same room, please? We are in the same room. So if I just move over here, here's me. It's just that the two cameras
They're split.
do make it easier for the thing, or else we'd have to be like right next to each other, and it's awkward to look at each other that way.
We just met.
Right? Yeah, we just met.
my husband's right there. He's right there.
That's so funny. So yeah, this is it's an interesting dynamic, and it changes when you get online, because that line doesn't exist anymore, and now people have been habitually line stepping where they wouldn't normally. Here's an interesting story, right? And I read about this in Dale Carnegie's book, How to Win Friends and Influence People. If you've never read the book, a must read. Like, it's a must read for everybody. I think everyone should read that book. Dale Carnegie, he put that book together. It was the first of the self-help genre.
Right. Yeah.
Way back.
Yeah.
And what he did to put that book together, he interviewed successful people, and a lot of them, like tons and tons of people.
Right, yeah.
And what he did was he tried to cipher out what are all the best traits, or like what are all the common traits between all these people that are very successful. And believe it or not, it's not narcissism or sociopathy or any of that stuff that most people would think.
Yeah.
They're actually genuine traits. And the most successful people, long-term success, I mean, those things might get you short-term success, but long-term success actually doesn't get you there. But one of the interesting stories that was in that book was one about Abraham Lincoln when he was young. When he was young, I think he was a young lawyer, and what he would do is he would write letters to the local paper, I think in Philadelphia or wherever he was. And in those local papers, he would write them anonymously. He had a pseudonym, and he would write them, and he would be vitriolic and horrible to people, and he would say some awful things. And so he'd written these a bunch of times, and he started getting more gall because he was doing it anonymously. It was a thing.
A little more brave and a little more brave.
A little more brave, a little more brave. And then what happened? Someone that he talked smack about found out who he was, found out that he was the one who was writing these letters, and challenged him to a duel.
Wow.
And back then, this was a real thing that gentlemen would do. They'd smack, we're having a duel, turn 10 paces and turn around and shoot. Wow. And that's a terrifying experience. I mean, like, I've been in some schoolyard fights and stuff, but I haven't been like
in a duel,
right? It's crazy to think of. And he wrote about it, and this was something that Dale Carnegie brought up in his book, and it was to push people towards the understanding of, hey, I know you put yourself out there, but realize at some point people will find out who you are.
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, you ought to be more forthcoming, more genuine in your responses, as if you are actually in the room with people.
Yeah, of course.
It's hard to do that on the internet. And this was happening like back in the day, before emancipation, right?
Before, yeah.
So like it's a human phenomena, I think. And given with the technology that we have. So Jordan Peterson brought up the idea of anonymity being the culprit in the whole situation. Where I don't know if it's completely anonymity. I think there's a lot of other aspects to it. So if you just got rid of anonymity, what would that look like? It would probably look like something else, or something could be something terrible entirely. So I don't know what the answer is to the question.
I think if there was no anonymity, that a lot of that behavior would change, because people are more brave if they don't think that you know who they are. You know what I mean?
True, but it might.
Look at Batman.
Yeah. Batman.
Look at Batman. Batman. Wasn't Batman a crybaby? No, okay, sorry. He's Batman.
He does seem kind of dark and whiny.
It depends on who plays him. The new Batman is a total baby.
Oh, is he? Oh.
Yeah. That's too funny. Gerald Nadeau. I hope I pronounced that right. I'm sorry if I didn't. With the $5 super chat. Social anonymity is the shield that people hide behind. It fuels antisocial behavior. It removes all immediate consequences of bad behavior. Now, at the same time, people feel that they have courage because they're behind anonymity. And I was kind of stewing over this, and I do a lot of stewing while I'm pulling wrenches. You know, I got a lot of time to think when I'm just getting parts out of cars and changing them. It's a lot less of that when I'm doing like diags and stuff. But when I'm just working away, I'm stewing over a lot of these concepts. Jerome Noel with a $2 super chat. Make duels great again. Tar and feathers.
I
oh
like
wow,
it.
that's funny. So anonymity is one of those weird things where it's like it makes people feel the courage to say something, and okay, give them that. But in a situation where it matters, is you saying something behind anonymity doing any difference at all? And here's my example. So I was thinking about everybody knows the I'm Spartacus moment.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm Spartacus. For people that don't know, I'm Spartacus. Spartacus was a film about this legendary person who went against the tyrant at the time, and I think Rome, I believe it was. So, and he was being sought after by the emperor, and they found a bunch of these prisoners, and they were going to punish him.
Right. Yeah.
And they all kind of believed in his message and what he was doing, and so they said, Spartacus, stand up, reveal yourself so that we can get you and punish you. And then he stands up and says, I am Spartacus. And then next thing you know, another guy stands up and says, no, I'm Spartacus.
Mm-hmm.
And then other people stand up. I'm Spartacus. I'm Spartacus. And the whole crowd stands up.
Yeah.
And then everybody's Spartacus. And then it becomes this thing where all these people put their money where their mouth is, and they stand up, and they're putting themselves in harm's way, at risk. You know, you're not a keyboard, and this is the whole keyboard warrior. You're not putting yourself in harm's way. You can't call yourself a warrior, because a warrior puts themselves in harm's way.
Right, yeah.
So I likened it to the I'm Spartacus moment, where he says I'm Spartacus, and a guy jumps in a dumpster and says I'm Spartacus. Another guy jumps behind a bush, I'm Spartacus.
Yeah.
You know, all these people are having their Spartacus moment, but it makes no difference because no one's actually putting themselves in harm's way.
Yeah, right.
And you're not gonna affect anything. G Meister with a $5 super chat. Batman, the ultimate blackface. Did it almost as much as Trudeau. No comment. No, he just did it over his eyes so he could put the cowl on. He definitely, I don't know, if I was a superhero and I would hide my whole face if I had to have an alter ego.
You should hide your whole face now.
I should hide my whole face now. I ought to.
Unless you look like this. No.
Fight nice, boys.
Fight nice. So, yeah, I wouldn't want to, like, you got to have a certain amount of, like, I want to get caught.
That's
like,
right.
look at Robin. He's got, like, hardly a Zorro mask
Which
on.
Robin? Are you talking about like little underwear Robin, or are you talking about the guy who had the actual suit?
Little underwear Robin,
Like
or the guy?
where they assumed that they were more than partners? Like the 60s Robin?
I'm not going that far.
Freddy
Yeah,
Krueger?
yeah, 60s Robin, like Adam West.
60s Robin?
Robin.
No, Robin wasn't. No, he's just a tag along.
He's just a tagline. So, like, Derek, if you went upstairs and then you came down with a Robin mask on,
No.
the last thing I would think is, who are you?
Yeah.
And what happened to Derek? Yeah.
Where's the drugs?
They're in British Columbia, dude. They legalized them over there. That's
Wow.
crazy, right? That's insane.
It's insane.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, people might want to say like, because I have a libertarian streak to me, and yeah, leave people to their devices and let them do their own thing. But like, when the legal amount of fentanyl in British Columbia now, I think is 2.5 grams.
Legal amount of fentanyl.
Yeah.
That's funny. That's even in the same.
So
sentence.
I don't know anything about fentanyl until this week when they did that. And it turns out that much fentanyl is like 20,000 doses or something ridiculous.
Wow. Crazy.
Because there's memes all over, like drug dealer in Vancouver. It's like a pimp with his legal amount of fentanyl. It's insane.
Oh.
It's absolutely insane. But not toxic, lol. What? That is out. Tax money, Clyde. Oxymoron.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's absolutely insane. And I don't think it's going to fix the problems. Vancouver has some serious problems.
I've never been, but I've heard that. Yeah.
My mother-in-law came from Japan for the holidays, for Christmas, and we went to visit my parents because they live in another town that I'm not going to tell anybody, but they live in another town, and we had to drive through Vancouver to get to that town.
Right.
So on our way back, my wife was like, "Hey, we should show my mother-in-law what the craziest neighborhood in Canada looks like."
Wow.
Okay. So I said, "Mom, do you wanna go see East Hastings?" You just drive right through it.
Wow.
And it's worse than I remember.
Really?
It's worse than I'd seen in previous years.
Sad.
Yeah, it's a dumpster fire.
That's really sad.
It is really sad. It's really sad because they're not helping anybody. They're just enabling them.
Right.
Right? They just found a way to give them what
you and me are going to have some really great discussions in the future. I can't wait.
Oh, I believe it. I believe it.
Can't wait. We might have to do a weekly thing.
Yeah, so for tonight, like I'm trying to just fill a lot of the talk. So I'm doing all the talking.
That's
and you
okay.
can just
you
can just sit there
just sit here. Yeah.
sit there for a lot of the what you can and cannot say, and I appreciate that and I understand that. But it is it's scary. It's scary where we're going. It really is. I mean, I walked by a clinic in my town just yesterday this morning. It feels like yesterday because it's been a long day. This morning, after I dropped my daughter off at school, and my wife and I went for a walk with my son, and we walked by the walk-in clinic, and I'm usually at work, so I don't see this stuff. And there was just the most massive line out of this walk-in clinic, where normally it's just seating area.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
And it's insane. And the chat's just filling up with thank you so much, Tamara. This is so awesome, guys. Thank you for pulling it together. Derek, the host with the most hot wings in his gut. That's insane. And Joe, do you have the link for Annabelle's Give, Send, Go? I keep forgetting the name of it. I keep trying to say GoFundMe, but it's not that. GoFundMe's terrible. It's not a good organization. I wouldn't recommend using.
That should be our first topic of conversation.
That might be our first. G Meister with another $2 super chat saying, is Tamara allowed to Discord after? I'm going to pop in quickly in the Discord, but I won't be able to stay. That's how tonight is going to be. Joe gave the link over here, so I'm going to pop this up.
Okay, you do that. I'm going to give this to Derek. We're going to go out and get all of our stuff.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
I'll be back.
Perfect.
Can we manage this, Derek? I don't know.
What's that?
Yeah, just got to pop the headphones up.
Oh, yeah, you're going to need those.
Yeah, you'll need those.
Those help.
Yeah, they do.
They do. Do you need your glasses?
I will take my
Those will probably help.
Perfect. Okay, we're just doing
We're
doing
doing
a
the
scene change
The
here.
old switcheroo.
Doing a bit of a scene change here. Okay, so I'm going to pop this up on the screen so everybody can see. This is the Give, Send, Go for... Sorry. This is the Good Said Go for Annabelle, and it's now reached $820. This is awesome.
Nice. We're almost halfway there, folks.
Almost halfway there. That's fantastic. Gerald Nadeau, is that how you pronounce that?
Nadeau?
Nadu?
Nadeau?
Nadeau.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I'm the worst with pronunciations. Well, it's just me. That's just me. There we go. Me and Derek are the only ones. Only ones we donated to Annabelle. Come on, guys. We need to support her. Yes, we need to support her.
Get it over there.
And it's not going to be the last time that you see her on this channel because I'm going to try to bring her in for more conversations. Some of the short ones. And here's the deal. Like, I like having people in for the long conversations, but...
Really?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah?
Okay, you're in that part. That's
nice to be back.
It's nice to be back.
Nice to be noticed on the stream for 5 minutes.
There you go. There you go.
I'm just riding your butt. I'm just kidding. I
But
stole your chat. You didn't even notice.
no, I didn't. So
You'll have to go back and look at the chat logs.
I will.
Apparently, you kick puppies, and
What?
yeah.
When did that happen?
Well, on the way here, I caught you.
I kicked a puppy?
Yeah.
When?
You said I do this for kicks.
I do this for kicks. Jeez, man.
This is how I unload my frustration on the Canadian government. I was like, Clyde, what are you doing?
Any Supercross fans in Canada?
I don't know. Push my glasses up? Anything else I can do for you? Should I go get some Gucci?
The frames go right in the
right?
line
They
of
just
sight.
slide down. It's my gigantic brain that just pushes my glasses down.
Oh, the big brain.
Yep.
Big old smooth brain.
Sure. If you could see the things that go on this mind, you'd run away.
Fantastic. Where was I? Annabelle, we're going to bring her on for more chats.
You were talking about kicking puppies.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Okay.
But then I switched it to Annabelle.
You don't want to face the real story here, Clyde.
It's the real news.
I'm kidding.
It's the real news. The dopamine is kicking in for, yeah, that's right, for Derek. How's Derek's stomach? Wow, it's dealing.
It honestly feels like I've got like when you know those stone pizza ovens. It feels like my stomach is being used as one right now.
Nice. I'm actually looking forward to trying that pizza. I've never had what was it, Mexican
dirty
pizza?
Mexican pizza or something?
Dirty Mexican pizza.
I can't. No, it was a hot Mexican pizza.
Hot Mexican.
Hot Mexican. I was going to say Dirty Sanchez.
Yeah, I don't know if we can say that. So
Sorry. It's the booze. Look, you brought me on your show with booze. You should have expected this, Clyde.
Back, Clyde, we got to take out some unacceptable fringe garbage. What power does that star give me? Derek is going to have a burning ring of fire big time.
No, I'll be singing Johnny in the morning.
I'm guessing that's going to be the case.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tiff already told me I'm sleeping on the couch.
No?
So where are you staying?
No, I'm sleeping on the couch, my man. You find another
There's
place.
two recliners, so we can make it work.
You got a nice automobile. You could just get that rolling.
Oh, my car sucks. It's a GM.
All cars suck, man. I'm a mechanic.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, there you are. They're all terrible for their own reasons. Habanero pizzas are the best. This one's jalapeno. I love jalapeno pizzas.
Jalapeno, not jalapeno, Ricky.
I know what a jalapeno is. I ordered the jalapeno. Thanks, but that's what's on this pizza. Hopefully, it has a little kick to it. But if not, I'm gonna have some of those wings.
Good luck.
I'll need it. I'll
Good
need
luck.
it. 2 million Scovilles. That's intense. That's very much intense. But how far are we into this?
We're just over 2 hours.
Wow, that went fast.
Yeah. That's what happens when you ignore me. The time just goes right by. Right out the window.
That's
I get on the show and it's time to call it quits.
Oh, that's too funny. So I think what we'll do right now is because Tamara's doing some other stuff and she's getting on with that. So we will be able to go into the Discord for a little bit and chat with everybody.
Yay.
It's a tradition here. We on the channel after streaming we'll go into the Discord. We'll hang out for a little bit. It's going to be short lived though this time because Discord is a social media platform. So YouTube not technically because This is outward media. It's not social media. So that's a different thing. It's a
Are we
different
arguing
beast.
semantics now?
Lawyers do that for
Okay.
a living. Yeah.
Call Keith.
Anyway, so we'll be in there for a little bit, but it'll be a bit short-lived this week. But everybody else is always welcome. The chats, the conversations that take place in the Discord are fantastic.
Oh,
if you're new,
Are your plans to go to the honor ride in Red Deer? Yes.
that's where we're going tomorrow.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'll have more boots.
So yeah, hit me up if you see me in the crowd and you want to come over and say hello. Don't feel shy. Come say hi. I had someone run into me at the airport today.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
So you didn't tell me about that when you were out kicking puppies.
You're just on a kick. You're just on a kick with that one. Okay, but yeah, link is in the description down below. We always hang out in the Discord after the live streams, and we usually do 2 hours, and here we are. We're at that point. I'm sorry we didn't get too much into a lot of the news stories. It's kind of hard to do that when we do these special.
You see
streams.
that one? These boots, they're made for walking. How crazy!
I like that.
Sometimes
They're made
walking around in these boots.
You're good at that.
Crazy.
Wow, dog's taking everything
Dogs
out.
are destroying everything. It's time to go.
Okay.
Get out of here.
All right. We'll see you guys in the Discord.
Peace.
Everybody, thank you so much
Go buy
for
my
coming
book.
out. Yes, buy the new book.
Buy 20 copies each.
Buy however many copies is important for you. And
We'll make
handing
blankets
out.
for children out of them.
I want to put a bunch on the Snap-on truck. I think I'm going to do that.
Done.
That's what's going to happen. So
Done.
all the mechanics are going to see it.
Yes.
Anyway,
Whatever pays the bills.
we'll see you in the next one. Keep on trucking.
Peace out, everybody.